business. This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights that come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me. The numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers. Want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters. Call them silverback gorillas going 8-8. And you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Cop Town. I'm talking that King Richard. It's like a movie. I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas. I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark. We all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide. Mind if I pull up with a few?
We can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Henry up the middle. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Tucker's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
3-0 our score as we ready for the dynamic kickoff. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
From the 29, here's 2nd down at a yard. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
You talk about this giant defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And got his man complete. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more, escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. And now an audible here into something else. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Achane going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Now back to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, it's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wheeler. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Flushed, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw is Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
The nearest number 7. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Devon Achane, 61 yards. And the Giants are pouring it on. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Jackson now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the gun, Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Christian Harris.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Trying to lay one up deep. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Odafe Oweh picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's good for the New York Giants.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And just shutting him off there. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson.
That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson.
Isaiah Simmons
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Jackson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the captain.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Giants, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Yeah, okay, loser. I ain't out on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top T. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I said, loser, loser, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her Stewart. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up